Yo, what's up guys? It's me Zachary, back bringing some more daily NBA news and updates. We got quite a bit to talk about today, so we definitely don't want to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Lego. Kawhi Leonard, he missed the preseason and the first regular season game so far this year. The Spurs have said that he's out with a sore left quad and that's why he's not playing. And not gonna lie, when they said that during the preseason, I thought they were kind of making things up just to why Kawhi Leonard wouldn't play the preseason at all. I thought this was just one of their tactics to rest their players as much as possible so Kawhi Leonard could be as fresh as possible. Why risk him suffering an injury or something like that during the preseason? Let's just sit him out all the games. Then they said he wouldn't play the first game of the regular season, and I was like, alright, maybe there is a little bit of truth in what they were saying about his sore quad. And then I saw this video and I was like, oh no, something is terribly wrong with his left quad. This footage that I'm about to show you will be the toughest 9 seconds of footage that you will ever have to watch. A lot of NBA fans hold Kawhi Leonard on this high pedestal like he's not human, like he's a machine, just because of how efficient he is, how little emotion he shows, and just how almost perfect of an NBA player he is. However, after seeing this, you'll notice that Kawhi Leonard is actually just human. That was Kawhi Leonard yesterday, boarding the San Antonio Spurs plane to Chicago so they could take on the Chicago Bulls tonight. Now, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, because if that's actually the amount of pain that Kawhi Leonard is in, then it might be a while before we are able to see him lace up this season, which sucks. And that's maybe why part of me likes to believe that maybe he's just being extra precautious about this entire thing, trying to walk like how he was walking so he doesn't make it any worse or something like that. But then again, that's just me being hopeful, because I want to see Kawhi Leonard play. He's supposed to be an MVP candidate once again this year. He always comes back better. I want to see how much better Kawhi Leonard is going to be this year, but seeing this scares me. And knowing that he could legit just be in that much pain to where he could barely walk up the stairs. And if he really is in that much pain, can someone please get him a wheelchair, some crutches, something, or just let him stay at home? Why make him go up the stairs and travel with the team if he's in this much pain? Let him stay at home, relax, and recover. And it goes without saying after seeing this that Kawhi Leonard will not be playing against the Chicago Bulls tonight. Greg Popovich says there is no timetable set for his return, so we really have no clue when we are going to get to see Kawhi Leonard. This honestly sucks. All these injuries already in the season are trying to ruin what was supposed to be the best NBA regular season ever. Get well soon, Kawhi. Speaking of injuries, another one that happened already this season but has gone kind of untalked about was the injury to Chris Paul. He hurt himself in the Rockets' first game against the Golden State Warriors last Tuesday with a bruised knee. He then missed the Rockets' next game against the Kings, and now it turns out that he could be missing quite a few more games as well. The Houston Rockets are expecting Chris Paul to miss up to a month of basketball with this bruised knee. Now, this actually might not make the biggest difference for the Houston Rockets whatsoever, because without Chris Paul, they are still the same Houston Rockets team they were last year, a really good team, and they should win a lot more games than they lose even without Chris Paul. But this is a huge deal because it's the Western Conference, and every win is going to matter when it comes to playoff seeding. So I'm sure the Rockets will love to get Chris Paul back as soon as they possibly can. Until then, though, they have been in contact with free agent Jameer Nelson, trying to work out a contract with him. So we'll have to see if that happens. If you ever get to meet Kyrie Irving, here is a friendly word of advice. Do not mention the name LeBron James. Mention nothing about LeBron James. Yesterday during the Boston Celtics game against the Philadelphia 76ers, when Kyrie Irving was walking onto the court from the tunnels, a fan took it upon himself to shout, "Where's LeBron?" at Kyrie Irving, and he didn't quite get the response he was hoping for. Maybe it was the response he was hoping for, and that's why he was recording it.
Kyrie, where's LeBron? Something like this. Who said that?
There's still no clear word on exactly what's going on between LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, why Kyrie dislikes LeBron so much. They swear there is nothing between them, but clearly Kyrie Irving does not like hearing the name LeBron James. Now it's time to get back to all the injuries. The newest injured player in the NBA is Derrick Rose. He suffered a sprained ankle yesterday. The head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tyronn Lue, could only describe as it doesn't look good. So we can expect him to be out for at least 2 weeks, leaving Jose Calderon as the Cleveland Cavaliers' only healthy point guard on the roster. That is a huge problem. And the injury to Rose occurred when he attempted a reverse layup in the fourth quarter, but was met in the air by Greg Monroe.
Third quarter with just a great thing by LeBron James. LeBron James had 6 assists, and Kyle Korver knocked in the...
That was just ruled a common foul, and after the game, Derrick Rose was highly upset that it wasn't ruled a flagrant foul. I think I'm the only person in the league that's not gonna get a flagrant call for that. Come on, man, like, I'm sure I'm the only player, but it is what it is. That's a common foul. Wow, come on. Now, a flagrant foul in the NBA can be called anything that's not a play on the ball, especially if a player is in midair. So technically, looking at how Greg Monroe fouled Derrick Rose, that could have been called a flagrant foul since his arm just came across the body of Derrick Rose. Greg Monroe didn't have to have intentions to hurt Derrick Rose or anything, but it's just the way that he didn't necessarily make a play on the ball that could classify it as a flagrant foul. That being said though, this should be the least of Derrick Rose's problems because, like I said, the only healthy point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers is Jose Calderon. That is a ginormous problem. I'll give it to Nike. Some of the jerseys they made this year are absolutely fire. They look really, really good. And I have thought about buying one before. The only reason I haven't pulled the trigger yet though is because it would terrify me if someone pulled on my jersey. The Adidas jerseys might not have been anything super special to look at. There might not have been that much flair or excitement around them all the years they have been with the NBA, but the one thing they had going for them was durability. You never had people complaining about the quality of the jerseys. With the Nike jerseys, however, we've already had a handful of times where a player got a handful of a jersey and the jersey didn't hold up. The jersey's ripped, which isn't a good look. And of course, this has sent Nike into a frenzy, trying to figure out what is wrong and trying to prevent any future jerseys from ripping. And now they are working with the NBA, they say, to make sure that this stuff doesn't happen anymore. The quality and performance of all our products are of the utmost importance. We are obviously very concerned to see any game day jersey tear and are working with the NBA and teams to avoid this happening in the future. If I'm spending $110 or $120 on a jersey, I do not want to have to be afraid that when I wear that jersey, that if anyone gives it the slightest tug, that it will rip in half. I really do like the way some of these jerseys look and I want to get one, but I'm not going to get one until I'm sure that the quality has improved. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been killing it the first 2 games of the season. 35.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 3 steals per game on better than 60% shooting from the field, absolutely killing it. Whether or not he can sustain this level of play throughout the entire regular season though is still a question we have to wait to find out. However, with the way he has been playing these first couple of games, it has people wondering just how good is Giannis Antetokounmpo already? Is he up there near LeBron James's level already? After yesterday's game against the Cleveland Cavaliers where Giannis faced off with LeBron, a reporter asked Giannis if he thinks he's on LeBron's level yet, and this is what he had to say. I'm not on that level. LeBron is one of the best players in the league and one of the best players to ever play the game. It's great going against him, but I don't think about that. You might not think about it, Giannis, but trust me, with the way you have been playing in the first couple of games, if you keep playing like this throughout the entire season, us fans will have no choice but to think about it. You're freaking amazing. And I can't wait to see if he can sustain this level of play throughout the entire season. Question of the daytime. How much longer do you guys think it is until Giannis is officially on LeBron's level and will be recognized as the best player in the NBA? Let me know down in the comment section below. But now let's take a look at what you guys said in yesterday's video. And yesterday, I asked you guys how you felt about the whole Lonzo Ball, LeVar Ball, Patrick Beverley situation, and this is what you had to say. LeVar is no longer relevant Patrick Beverley is Lonzo's new daddy. Question of the day. Patrick Beverley was a bit hard on Lonzo, but I guess it was a really good welcome present to show what is ahead of Lonzo in the NBA. And it's high time that LeVar let his son do the talking for himself. I mean, seriously, Lonzo is a grown man now, and I guess he can speak for himself. I'm fine with LeVar talking about how great he thinks his son Lonzo Ball is. That's perfectly fine, no problem with that. The problem is though when he starts talking about other players and comparing his son to them, going at these other players next like he did Patrick Beverley. That's only creating more problems for Lonzo, and he should refrain from doing that. First game, Patrick Beverley said he was guarding Lonzo 94 feet. The next time the two players meet, Patrick Beverley is going to be all up in Lonzo's grill even when Lonzo's on the bench. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. Thank you once again for watching, and I guess until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team STC, and I'm out of here. Peace!